Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to a rare visit to the southern wing of the Stinkbug Works in the evening. Tonight, I got something in the mail this afternoon, and I thought I would share with you. First off, I went to the pond today, and the entire pond was full of long, stringy weeds. I couldn't go more than 10 feet without getting a ball on the prop. It was a complete waste of time. It doesn't matter what boat I put in, it'd get a ball on the prop. So I left. In fact, I just finished storage charging my last batteries. Anyway, this arrived today. This is the Swifter. Now, Big B has the larger version of this. I have the smaller version, and it was sent to me by the manufacturer, and I thank him very much, to do a build review on it, and that I will do. Big B was planning to set his up as a P-class racer. This is the proper size to do an N-class racer, actually N2, but for a number of reasons, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So, one is it would be horribly expensive. To compete in N2, you got to have a 1509 1.5 Delta new motor, $300. You've got to have a 250 amp ESC, $300. You've got to have, it costs you a fortune. It would cost you a fortune. So I'm not going to build this out as an N2. The manufacturer was nice enough to send his internals. We'll talk about that in a second. And I think I'm going to build it entirely his way. Now, this is the same rudder and strut that's on Big B's much larger version. This is the biggest rudder and strut I'd want to put on this. This rudder and strut is for this size hull and up. This will work on Big B's. So I'm not really that keen about having the rudder trailing the prop in a hydroplane. It's just something you don't see. And why don't you see it? I don't know. Maybe because it's not a good idea? I mean, I've never heard anybody saying anything other way. So I don't know if I'm going to put that on or not. This looks like it's laid out for a 36 or 40 millimeter motor, but this is kind of interesting. All the holes and slotting in this G10 are done with a CNC router, except these look like they were done by hand. Maybe the very top side of this one was with a router, but it looks like this was done by hand, and this isn't round, and this has got all sorts of stuff happening here, and this is kind of, I don't know, maybe he was drinking wine when he drilled this stuff. You know what? Never, ever, ever, ever drink wine and drill or throw epoxy or do anything permanent. You can draw lines, you can put tape on, but that's about the extent of what you can do if you're drinking wine. Yeah. Putting tape on it is good. So this got a little damage. it looks like he just CA'd this together. I'll come through with a mix of shredded fiberglass and epoxy and fill in all these gaps here. And I'll just use this thing. We'll epoxy it down. We'll use his servo mount, put a nice beefy servo in there. Something that didn't make a whole lot of sense is this cable. It's 3.66 millimeters. It's 0.144 inches. It's not 0.150. It's not 0.130. It's 0.144. So I don't know what the heck this cable is. I do like that it's swaged onto the prop shaft. That's kind of interesting. So, but what prop shaft is 0.144 inches? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me. The rest of the bits, plastic prop, but yeah, water inlet, outlet, a nice coupler, a prop nut, some nuts and bolts, a drive dog. So, there you go. You got. This was made by the same people that made the Donut Outrigger. Now, the Donut Outrigger was, quite frankly, a fail. When they built the plug to pull the mold, they took a set of free plans. It was the Kep's rigger. That's, what do you call that stuff? That's freeware. Anyway, they're freeware plans, and they took the plans, and they didn't understand the ski, and they made the whole boat the ski. Instead of having a flat bottom boat with a ski, the whole bottom of the boat was, in fact, the ski. And they had rounded edges on it everywhere, and it just wasn't very good. This is much better. Much, much better. We have nice, sharp edges, and for the most part, they're pretty level. Yeah, they have some drop off a little bit, but that's nothing. It's okay, a 1/16 of an inch. Need a little filler in here, and you'll have a good little ride surface here. So that'll be good. It looks like it traps a lot of air, so I wouldn't want to put too awfully much power into it. This is a fairly deep air trap, and it's got a pretty good ramp coming up in here, so it's going to be packing air in this area. You might even think about putting like a spoiler across here. If you were blowing this thing off, that's what I'd do, is a spoiler right across there. But that's further on down the line. It's reasonably stiff. I wouldn't, just like on that little MHZ hull, I'd try not to cut too much or any of this out, because this piece right here ties this side to this side. So if you can leave that. So if you can get your motor up here and your batteries down here in the sponsons. And I think what would be the ticket is to get your batteries down low and then glue your flotation in upside down. So all the flotation would be up above your batteries, and your batteries could sit on the sponson floor. That way you can get the motor back. We'll have to see where this thing balances. We'll have to see what kind of motor. What do you think I should set it up for? You think I should set it up for 3S or 4S? Now, the American Spirit is roughly this size, and I set it up as 3S, but I did it as a pretty light boat and wasn't really looking at doing any blazing speeds. This I can throw the pedal to the metal and be a little more careless if I wish. So I could put 4S in it, although it'll start getting heavy and such. Maybe I'll make a 3S boat out of it. Put something in there with 2,500 to 3,000 kV. We'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah, 40 millimeter motor. Well, no, a 36 millimeter motor with that kV, a long can motor. We'll see what's out there. Give me some ideas. What would you power this with? Until next time, jet out.